Josh said earlier that the Chiefs game is the biggest game because it's the next game. But at all, is there just still a little revenge factor that you would like to get against them, considering how last year ended?
Nah, I mean, of course, we hated the way that it ended last year. Anybody with any competitive nature would hate the way that it ended. But it's a big game because it's the next game, and it's the same way we approached all the games previous to this. So I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it more than what it is, and we're not doing that. What we're making is the next game, and got to come out and execute and play better than we did the last time we played them. So just continue to play some good ball and really just focus on the task at hand.
They've got plenty of talent on the defensive side of the ball. Are you surprised a little bit how much they've struggled defensively so far this season? I know it's early.
Nah, I mean, it's the first quarter of the season, and with football, you deal with a lot of injuries. They had some injuries to the guys in the back end, and some injuries, I guess, to the D line. So as far as like things like that happening, being able to, adjust, I don't really know how things are over there. So I mean, as far as like being surprised about them struggling, I just watch the tape, and they still flying around, they still playing at a high level. I mean, no game is the same and no year is the same. So going into this new league year and this second quarter of this season, we're just trying to get a win.
Will you get a better sense of what this team is capable of with a win over Kansas City based on how you guys play this weekend?
No, I mean, we had the first quarter of the season to kind of evaluate where we are, and we know the things that we need to do better. And regardless of this game, this isn't a playoff game. This isn't a game that one game and done. So we're kind of going in as in it's the next game, and we're trying to execute at a high level. But as far as like knowing who we are, you had the first 4 games to kind of figure that out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to play some good teams. You're going to play some teams who probably don't do this well or play this coverage. It's all different. Everything's predicated on dealing with the task at hand and playing what's in front of you.
Steph, why did you, at the end of that game last year, there was that picture of you standing there watching them and the confetti and all that. Why did you put yourself through that, to stay out there and kind of take that in a little bit?
Just like for me, just for reasons that's like, you put a lot of effort, you put a lot of time into your craft. A lot of my time goes into things that I love, and I love this game. So as far as like, being in a moment and embracing that things don't go your way and you kind of still got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to run from defeat. I've lost before, and I'm still look at it in the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my chin up and I'm gonna keep my head high. So for me, I just feel like you be still, you be in it, you embrace the moment, take it for what it is, and move forward. So for me, I took that as a moment as you came up short, get back in the lab, and you got to get back to the grind.
So with that in mind now, going back to the same place 10 months later, what is that stirring in you to go back to that place now?
Nothing. I mean, she asked that same question a couple of minutes ago, but for me, I'm going back to, I've played there before. I mean, I've lost there before. When I was in Minnesota, we lost to them. Actually, on the last drive of the game. So I mean, I've lost there before. I mean, I don't look at it as in going back to try to do X, Y, Z. I'm trying to get a win, and I'm just trying to get better each and every day at practice to try to do everything I can to put us in the best position. Because it's not just me out there. I got a whole team.
Based on the first 4 games and what we've seen from this team, do you feel that on offense this team is better prepared given how the defense is playing?
I mean, that's a hard question because every like I can kind of say every year is different. This year our defense is playing crazy. You know what I'm saying, like, but it's not just them. We have a good special teams unit. We got a good solid offense. So everybody's playing it cohesive, and you're trying to play 3 phases of football. You play good in all 3 phases, you'll damn sure you'll for sure get a win. You know what I'm saying, but for us, when they're getting turnovers and when they're flying around, like, our biggest job on offense is to capitalize on those turnovers. Like, you don't want to have no empty turnovers. Guys get a pick or have a forced fumble, and you don't get any points from it. So for us, I mean, that's kind of hard question to answer.
So to go back to that picture and staying on the field for a bit, have you always had that approach of, I want to soak in this moment, or when did that start?
I've always been like that as far as like with the good and the bad, because if things were all good, everybody would have been out there having a good time. And, just because things didn't go my way, I kind of just internalize it and say, like, all right, you know what I'm saying, this is just another, kick in the butt to say, go get better, go back to the grind, and continue to push forward on how you are as a player.
Steph, Josh said that Arrowhead is one of the most hostile environments
Yeah.
in the NFL, and was asked if there's somebody that relishes, kind of silencing that loud crowd, and he said you. Is that
Yeah.
something that you like doing, going into hostile crowds? And
I'm all about the hostile environments. I'm pretty chill right now, but as far as like when it's time to go, I love everything about it. I love not being able to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's more so reacting than just hooping. So for me, I played in some loud stadiums. Like Seattle's pretty loud. I think Arrowhead's probably like up there, like top 3. You know what I'm saying? I remember I played there. It wasn't that loud in the AFC Championship. I don't think it was full. But when I was there in the regular season, we had played them. And when I was in Minnesota, it was the last drive of the game, for the win, and I couldn't hear nothing. And it's just something about those moments that you get like a little rush. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like trying to silence the crowd and being on the other end, it's always quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's so loud that it's kind of weird to say, but it's so loud that it's quiet. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nothing but your thoughts and really just the man in front of you. It's a good feeling, though. I wish you all can experience it.
Should we start yelling at press conferences?
Yeah, you can yell. I might hear that a little bit.
How do you manage your emotions and yourself in the chaos that is a moment like that?
It's weird because it's like me, like I'm a very emotionally driven player as far as like wearing my heart on my sleeve and giving it everything I got and doing everything I can for my teammates. So for me, I'm just in a different role now, whereas though I am a little older and I am, people are looking at me to be like, all right, well, what is he doing? And I can never really hang my head or ever put myself in a bad position, whereas though my teammates looking at me be like, this damn, like we're down bad or no positive energy. So for me, I just be calm in the chaos, and you got to love every piece of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't prepare out here in practice for moments like that. That come from, when I'm one-on-one by myself or when I'm training in the off season or when I have those moments when I'm super tired and I think to myself, like, all right, these are the moments that you really work for, because I can just go back to that. Like, I always revert back to the work that I put in and the time that I put in. So, like, I'm never really nervous and I never really get into my own head. It's more so about the preparation of it and just being like, you worked for it. You know what I'm saying? What you thinking about? Go hoop.
How can you send that message to some of the younger guys that maybe aren't as experienced?
Yeah, it's weird because I kind of equate that to like guys having that experience. If you don't really have the experience, I can't really tell you how to handle it, and I can't tell you to take 3 deep breaths and just go out there and roll the dice. So for me, I can just be like, as a teammate and as somebody who's been there, I'll be like this. I got your back. Like, I tell Josh all the time, right or wrong, I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do everything I can to make plays. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to do everything in your power. So through the good and the bad, we're going to have some good and we're going to have some bad. But when the bad comes, you got to have that same mindset when the good came. You know what I'm saying? Like, shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Your next play is your best play.
Twice now you said go on, go hoop. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you have a basketball player's mentality that just happens to play football?
Yeah, a little bit, because, I wish it was basketball just because they get a lot more opportunities to just run up and down the court. But for me, in my mind, I just be like this. Just go out there. Like, when I say hoop, just go out and do your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it more than what it is, because I've been playing a game of football since I was 5. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the league for now 7 years. So as far as like having experience, I've been out there before. I've ran these routes a million times. You know what I'm saying? Trust your technique, trust yourself, and go hoop.
Duran Matthew is really good at jumping in breaking routes as a robber. You have no control over that, but 32 for them. Is he somebody you kind of what do you think of him and his ability, and you kind of aware of him, even you, where he is?
Yeah, I watch a lot of tape. I'm also on the outside, so I don't watch too much of the safety, but you can see him, and it's hard to miss him. You know what I'm saying? He's the same player that he was when he was in college. You know what I'm saying? As a defensive player, being as explosive, being electrifying, being able to make plays, you know what I'm saying? He's been that guy for them. And as far as like creating turnovers and creating havoc in that back end, he's been that guy. So as far as like me being alert for it, like I can't really say much other than he's a hell of a player, and got to have a plan for him.
Where is the confidence level of this offense heading into Sunday?
What's the maximum confidence you can have? I'm gonna just say we're more so. I would say you always want to have confidence, but we're more so on the worker bee mindset as far as like each and every week is a get better. Not necessarily we are where we need to be. We're never where we need to be. I see Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know how many years this is for him in the league, but he still motivates me when I get out there. He'd be like this, come on, Steph, because in my mind I'm trying to get myself ready to go, and he'd be like this, come on, Steph, let's go. And he's still on that worker bee mindset of he's never arrived. He's still working at it. And so as far as like confidence, we've done a lot of things well. We've done some things bad. not so well. At least I'm not gonna say bad, but as far as like working and getting better each and every day, I feel like everybody on the same vibe of that.
Steph, you talk about being in the chaos of the big environment.
Yeah.
When you're a big NFL star, you're in that more than just 17 games a year. It's kind of a 52-week a year thing.
Yeah, that's every day.
Yeah, exactly. For Josh, it's kind of a new-ish thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like to live that life, and then how have you seen Josh kind of acclimate to becoming that kind of guy?
It's kind of weird. I think just for everybody, it's different, and how you handle yourself is like you are who you are. Like you're gonna be who you are without, you know what I'm saying, without the attention or with the attention. So for him, I feel like he's been a hell of a player, and he's always been that player that's been super hard on himself. So as far as like having that group of guys around him and those teammates that's going to uplift him and not tear him down, you know what I'm saying? When good things happen, you know what I'm saying, we got your back, and when bad things happen, we really got your back now because, you know what I'm saying, I'm always going to fight for my guy. So for me, I feel like he's handled himself extremely well. You know what I'm saying? He's played some hell of a ball. He still throws the ball extremely well at a high level. He still can run. You know what I'm saying? He can do everything he wants to do. So I feel like he's handled it pretty well, but we're all human at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, even myself. So I got to get adjusted a little bit too.
Hey Steph, after, on Sunday's game, Josh Allen was mic'd up, and at the end of the mic'd up piece, there's a clip of you going up to him saying that you love him, and he says it back to you.
Oh, I was about to say something, but that's so soft.
Well, no, I mean, how you say you wear your emotions on your sleeve, and you're an emotional player. How much do you share your affection of other guys or encourage other guys along the way, and why is that important to their game as well as yours?
I forgot he was mic'd. He had told me in the beginning of the game too, but yeah, I wouldn't know. I didn't want everybody to know that, but
You also asked about ointment too.
yeah, he needs that. I know, but I don't know, man. I think the only source that it can come from is positive reinforcement and genuine love. Like for me, when you will the good for another person, good things happen for them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always going to be on positivity because I can't imagine how hard it is to be a starting quarterback for any organization, especially an organization that, you know what I'm saying, been winning as of recent. So for me, I just try to let them know that I got his back, you know what I'm saying? And when you push for guys and you want the best for guys, that's just things usually work out that way, you know what I'm saying? And I just try to let a guy know that I got him, and you know what I'm saying? When you will the good for another person, that's love for me.
There was also a quick video that the team put out. It looked like you were having a good time. What was the stop-go thing when you were going back in the huddle?
Oh, yeah. We were playing red light, green light. And we were supposed to rehearse it for a touchdown, but we just decided to play it when, I don't know, I think we were winning. But it was from Squid Games. If you haven't seen Squid Games, too, it's not bad. It's not a bad show.
Was it from Squid Game?
Yeah, but Squid Games didn't create red light, green light. Red light, green light created Squid Games.